Hi and welcome. We're here for yoga and gratitude. I'm Marla. Thanks for joining today. So we're going to shake it up with a little different pose today to begin. So we're going to grab two blocks, or feel free to even grab two bed pillows or cushions, something that offers some support for the back body. So we're going to create a T with our supports. So the top block is horizontal, the bottom block is vertical, and I'm just going to turn around so that you can see me. So the top block is going to go across my head, and the bottom block is going to go up my spine. And my blocks are not touching. There's a space between them so that my shoulders and my shoulder blades can relax within that space. So it looks like Hucky decided to take a little bit of my heart opening space. So I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to set my blocks up first. So make sure that you set your T up, and then go ahead and lower down onto your T. And so you should feel comfortable in your T right away. Make sure you make any adjustments. And now the arms. The arms, option one, can just either rest by your sides, palms up if that's accessible for shoulders, or palms down is very grounding. So notice what you need. Option two, if you're very open and spacious across the chest and the heart to begin, you can stretch your arms wide out to the side, no higher than your shoulders. And I love to encourage the palms up because right away we start to open the heart. We start to remove the armor layer by layer by layer. So closing our eyes and settling into this space. So dedicating our practice today to heart opening. That's the best way to connect to gratitude. And I'm noticing just for myself in times of high stress and strain, uncertainty, instability, that I'm losing sight of what's most important. I'm losing sight of remembering that within dark times, low times, that there's always a brightness. And that starts here within each of us. So I just want to share Eckhart Tolle, a beautiful saying: when there's light in the soul, there's beauty in the person. When there's beauty in the person, there's harmony in the house. When there's harmony in the house, there's order in the nation. When there's order in the nation, there's peace in the world. So let's just take time to meditate on that. The seed for change, the seed to create light within darkness is our responsibility. Each one of us has a responsibility to create that for ourselves as much as we can. And then we can share it with people we love, share it with people that need uplifting. We use our yoga, we use our practice and our breathing to change the channel, to change the pattern, to change the road ahead. So let's take another 10 long deep breaths here in this beautiful heart opener. It's a wonderful way to remember the things that are most important to us: respect, honor, trust, love, joy, balancing out some of the darkness with some of the lightness, creating more balance and harmony internally, clearing out some of the old stuff, some of the stuff that's weighing so deeply on the back of our heart and pulling ourselves forward into gravity to protect us. So this is an opportunity to change that, to create something different internally, to floss out all the tension that's lodged in all the crevices, to use our breathing to consciously bring it into the body, to fill us as deeply as we can. Let it penetrate into our whole inner landscape. Our yoga is about taking time to clear out, to create balance and steadiness so that we can get back on our feet and stand tall with an open heart, a clear mind, and a strong intention. Let's take 2 more breaths, breathing in your intentions, sealing in your goodness, and exhale, taking time for sharing. And while we're in our heart opener, let's take our hands and bring them gently to our heart center. And take time to send an extra shout out to somebody that needs it, to somebody that needs a little more strength, a little more light, a little more peace. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And nice and slowly, let's roll carefully off of our supports, rolling to one side, and just coming into a nice quiet fetal position before we transition. Take time to really be here, be present. Notice how all that felt. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. And we're going to remove our props from behind us. So we're going to push up just long enough to just remove our props out to the side. Good. Lowering back down. We're going to come onto our backs. And we're going to come right into constructive rest to just release out now the low back. So taking the feet, we're going to splay them apart. And just really allowing the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, and the back of the heart to release completely. So see if we can find that and really feel that. And that's what I love about constructive rest. And you can have one hand on your upper chest, and you can have one hand on your navel belly. And let's take time for some long, deep, loving breaths here. Really showing gratitude for all that we have, for all that we are. Taking time to really nourish our heart. Taking time for self-care, to create a balance between all the external stimulation and the need for quieting throughout the day so that our sleep is better, we're digesting better, we're eliminating better, and we're making clearer, more conscious decisions. Yoga, meditation, and breathing, it's critical each and every day, even if just for a few breaths, even if just for a heart opener. Just a heart opener goes a long way through the day, and it not only changes your day, but it changes the day of those around you. So let's take 5 more breaths here in constructive rest, feeling the rising and the falling of the breathing, feeling how it enters and following its path, letting it weave through the body to uncover more layers of tension and holding. This is from repeated patterning, habits, posturing, gravity, age. So many factors play a role in how we feel. But we know that yoga and conscious breathing and meditation, we know that we can always count on them to create a major shift in how we're feeling inside and out. Let's take one more deep breath in And long, deep breath out. And let's draw the knees one at a time into the chest. Take a moment to hug in. So I love this pose. It's very grounding and connecting. It's a beautiful way to release the whole spine. We feel a nice gentle softening from the base of our neck all the way to our tailbone. And you can have knees a little bit closer or knees a little bit farther. So this is about really letting go of the mind, really clearing out the thinking, and connecting completely to sensation and awareness of what's happening internally. How can we create a balance with our internal barometer? How can we quiet down some of the anxiety and the stress and the thinking in the mind, the monkey mind? How can we let go of all the internal holding and gripping that we do as a consequence of all that? And the answer to all of the questions is exactly what we're doing. Creating a space of safety. We know that yoga creates peace and light internally, and that has a positive reaction that quiets the nervous system down, allows thinking to become feeling, allows stress to become quieting. Let's take 2 more breaths here with the knees into the chest. This is also an upside down child's pose, and feel free to take child's pose at any time. Child's pose is a wonderful way to let go, to remember all the things that are really important, to balance out some of the high with evenness, positivity. Let's stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. Let's point and flex through toes and ankles. Take a nice big full breath in. Nice big full breath out. And pausing at center to open the legs nice and wide, and then returning them back to center. So let's just take a few like that, just to clear out any tension, inner thighs, outer thighs, and through the low back. Good, and just 2 more, opening and closing, keeping the upper body nice and stable and quiet. And hugging the knees again into the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Good, full breath in and deep breath out. And we're going to roll over to one side. We're going to pause there again in a fetal position. So just get nice and comfortable here. Take 3 long breaths, very supportive, safe pose. Good, very nurturing for mind and body. And nice and slowly start to press into your hands. And go ahead and come up nice and slowly to any vertical seat. So whatever comfortable seat works for you, and get nice and settled in. Make sure that you're nice and grounded. If you need any support, you have your blocks handy. You can use them for your knees, and feel free to even sit or lean against the wall. So let's take the hands to the heart, and let's breathe in. Reach the arms all the way up. As you exhale, opening the arms big and wide. As we exhale, we're going to pull in, cross the arms, give yourself a nice big hug, and then breathe in. We're going to open and fill, and exhale. So it's like a little mini cat-cow or cat-dog for the upper middle spine. Good. So nice and slowly, just following your breath rhythm. We breathe in to open. And remember, you can always sit up in a chair if the ground is not accessible for you. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. So today we're really highlighting and focusing the heart, front, side, back, right? The heart is all over us. Good. Breathing in. Good. Exhale. Good. And we don't want, when we're getting heady and we're starting in with thoughts and the anxiety builds, panic, anger, resentment, all of those come into the forefront. We remember that we have another side. We remember that our internal flame is always lit, and all we need to do is connect consciously to the breath and our yoga to bring it back into the forefront as well, balancing out, recreating our harmony, restoring the light, restoring the flame. And let's just take 2 more each way. But notice if the movement in the spine and the shoulders has gotten bigger and fuller. Good. Last one. Breathe in. Exhale, opening deeply through the back of the heart, back of the neck. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm reaches up, side bend. Exhale, maybe the gaze turns down. Keep the gaze out or down, whatever feels safest in the neck. Full breath in. So we start to really get into the side of the heart. Good. We open up through our armpit and shoulder because all of that is armor around the heart. So we want to free that up. It's like a cage. The heart is always protected. Exhale. Good. We want it structurally protected, but we don't want it always emotionally. We want to free up a little bit of tightness and holding. Good. Reconnect to the light. Reconnect to the joy. Reconnect to all that we have to be grateful for each and every moment, each and every breath. We never want to lose sight of that. And inhaling nice and slowly, and exhaling, releasing, coming forward into our forward fold. We're going to inhale, lift up, back of heart. Exhale, coming forward any amount. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhaling. So we're not collapsing in the heart center at all. We're staying nice and long and lengthened. Good. Breathing in. So it's very easy to get sucked in by the news, by all the day-to-day drama that goes on in our lives, good and bad. And yoga gives us an opportunity to decide what we want to filter in and what we want to decide to filter out. Let's hold here. So giving ourselves time for restoration. Good. When we can free up some tension and tightness in the mind and the body, it allows us to connect more deeply to what we're truly about, our true essence. So breathing in light, love and joy, and exhaling out any negativity, anything that's holding us back or bringing us down or weighing on us. Good, and 2 more just like that. Full breath in, full breath out, full breath in, deep breath out. And inhaling nice and slowly. You come back to center, reaching shoulders up, back, and down. Full breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to tip back, unwind, unweight. Give the legs a nice little shake out. And we're going to return to our heart opener, and we're going to close there. So we're going to return to that T position. So I love this position so much because I think we need it more and more. So let's reconnect using any support that works for you. And taking time to repeat this after having done these very, very simple, short, little poses. We return here and notice how we feel at the end of it after only a few minutes of conscious breathing. Notice a tremendous shift in the mind, clearer and quieter. Notice the body more settled and at ease so that we can truly connect to our priorities, our values, our intentions, the things that make us real, the things that make us who we are. And noticing the breath, creating the union of the mind, the heart, the body, the breath as one, conscious, connected, settled. Let's take these last few moments together to breathe deeply right into the heart center, shining your beam of light so that gratitude is ahead of anger. Returning the hands to the heart. Namaste.